All right, guys, here we are. Final week, week 4. I was not joking when I said this is going to be the toughest week. Again, it should be, but you guys are prepared for it. I've gone through and I've built some of the exercises that I think is going to really test you a little bit with your newfound strength and skills. And I do mean skills because what you can do with your core is a lot more than just have nice abs. So with everything that's going on, I have to tell you, I feel pretty good. And I think that you guys should too. With this, just a little quick reference before we get started. After this core challenge, we're not done. We are going to be doing another challenge. Now we're going to switch it up a little bit and go into more of a leg challenge. We have had tons of posts and stuff come to us asking us about doing something of that nature. So you get it. But negate all that. Today is the day we start that final week. We're going to get it. We're going to go hard and we're going to come out of this with the best abs we've ever had. Remember, if you didn't take a picture, it's okay. But at the end of this week, I am going to show you my abs I did at the beginning. And you don't have to show me yours, but make sure you take a visual note of what it was and what is now and what you did to get there. With that, let's begin. Monday. So Monday, we have a couple new exercises actually throughout this entire week. Most of the stuff is going to be slowed down. Some of our numbers do not hit that high rep of 100, 200 like we had before, but as you have seen and have felt for yourself, that doesn't matter. Sometimes the slower, the harder it is. First exercise Monday, we're going to do a plank with a reach. Now, plank with a reach, simple. No, I need a 3 to 5 second hold, so you're doing like a one-arm Superman for each of those. And down, stable. Keep those feet nice and wide. Number 2, we've done before, oblique leg extension. If you're feeling strong enough, iso oblique leg extension. If you're feeling strong enough, I want you to grab a lightweight 2 to 5 pounds, and you're gonna put it in between your feet. So when you do that extension, we're gonna have a little bit more pull and drag down on that lower ab. Lastly, brand new exercise. It's kind of a gymnastics exercise. We're gonna get 2 chairs. We're gonna place our hands in between them. We're gonna do almost a high knee / a dip hold. Again, we will show that one. It is very important that you keep the form on that. We want to make sure that we come up out of our shoulder complex. We don't want to shrug down and in, and we can hurt our neck. Again, I will show you that one, and I'll have a little bit more of a commentary for a couple of these exercises times because it's important that you do it right. If you don't do these exercises right, it's not you're just not going to get the exercise, the component of it, but you could get hurt. We're not here to get hurt. We have built up so that week 4 is ready for you. All right, Tuesday. Bear plank, love them. But you're gonna do a weighted drag through. We've done this before, but you're gonna stay up in a bear plank the entire time. Number 2, a single arm L sit with a dumbbell or a weight. This is kind of the beginning stages of a Turkish getup, which we will see a little bit later on throughout the week. Lastly, we wanna put a little bit of a power throughout this week because we've engaged and actually created a lot of power and structure in certain parts of our core and our abs. So we're gonna do a roll up jump. This is a functional movement for those knees and hips as well. So don't get frustrated if you can't fully roll up and go straight into that overhead jump. We want to make sure that we do this safely. So positioning your hands back behind your hips and actually helping yourself, maybe looking a little bit like an old man, such as myself, just over 40. But at the same time, form is key, keep it smooth, and don't get a little bit discouraged if it doesn't look as good as some of maybe else or mine do during this exercise. All right. Halfway through, Wednesday's a tough day, guys. Wednesday, be prepared. You're gonna do 4 minutes plank with the toe tap transfer. So you will be in a nice open plank and we are going to position our feet to just tap, tap, tap across. I would like actually some type of elevation in this. So maybe a small box or if you have a step, you could even use that. And again, we'll show that a little bit in our exercises here on how you can change the variance and levels. Even though this is hard, some of you, I'm sure, want a little bit harder. Number 2, a dumbbell side plank opener. This is kind of like that side plank dip, but we're gonna work on a little bit of thoracic extension and traversing ourselves to the outside. We're gonna rotate externally. We're gonna put a weight up overhead. This is again a very, very stimulated muscle group, stimulated for that lower back, your hips. If they all don't engage together, it can get sloppy and we can get injured. So very, very important that we stay up in our frame and that we don't sink down and through our hips. And again, I will show you what that means as we get to this exercise. Coach Kev, leg lowers, AKA Garhams. You're gonna give me nice and slow, 100 of them. Yeah, I saw a lot of eye twitching through the camera on that one. All right, guys, after Wednesday, you're gonna slow it down just a little bit, but that's gonna build you back up for that very, very last day of our entire challenge. Thursday, we're gonna do a plank to push-up. A lot of you guys have done this before. You're gonna just up and down through those elbows. If you wanna add a push-up because you're looking for a little bit of chest, just put a couple in there, but you have a total of 100 on those. That's 50 each side. You can rep through those pretty fast, but that's not what this is about. So keep it slow and controlled. Number 2, we're gonna do a side plank outside leg knee drive. Blah, blah, blah. Basically a side plank. We're gonna keep ourselves nice and steady up in a position, and we're gonna do an extended knee drive on that outside leg, changing that weight and where that weight is distributed within that interior core on the ground. Again, very, very stabilitating. You need to make sure everything is active at once. So get that brain, foot, hip, core, all functions slow and together, get it controlled right, and then move through it. Don't rush. Half Turkish get-up is number 3. We talked about this kind of a little bit before. An L-sit is the beginning stages of what that is. Now, Turkish get-up, as I was also told by my wife, is super, 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 super skillful. And as I have done them in the last week or two, and if you joined our Zoom classes last week, you have all done half Turkish get-ups with me. You can get better every single time you do them. You can use more weight every time you do them. I actually did a workout of a Turkish get-up 10 times on each side, 3 rounds through, and that was my entire workout, and I was spent. So, half Turkish get-ups are slow. We are not rushing through a L-sit and a hip-up. As I do them through that demonstration, I want you to do them at the same speed. Slow, controlled, methodical, okay? And let's bring it down to the end. Friday, 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 fun day Friday. So again, on Friday, because it is the very last one, you must do this all at one time. That doesn't mean you have to do this exercise, this exercise, this exercise in one shot. You can rotate between them all, but I want you to treat this as a workout. I don't want you to space it out through the day. One shot wonder on Friday, get it all done, and then feel like a hero. So number 1, plank, dumbbell, west, north, east, transfer. Well, you'll see, but it's gonna be that drag feel that we've had with a dumbbell or a kettlebell before, but you will place it like a tick-tock around the clock on each side. Number 2, straight leg windshield wipers from a supinated lying position. This one, again, is slow. Be careful with the back. There's 2 ways to do them, and I'm gonna show you with a little bit of a knee bend that will support a little bit more of the structure of that lower back. If the legs are wide and open, you might even need to use some hands or something underneath the hips to help elevate and push down in so we don't put too much of that pressure right where we're doing that transitioning back and forth. Again, I'll show you through that exercise. And then last, I know you all want to high five me for this one. You'll be doing 2 minutes of high knees straight into 2 minutes of tuck knee jumps. And that one, I would like to do all in one shot. 4 minutes, I know is a lot, but this is it. This is the end. After this, you can't complain, you can't do anything. You're just gonna have ripped abs, you're gonna feel like $1,000,000. So I don't think any of you are gonna complain. I think you're all gonna take this on and you're gonna knock it out. I know I am, and I cannot wait to see what happens to the both of us or all of us at the end of the week when this is all over. But remember, this is not the end. Oh, he just said it was. We have a leg challenge coming up right after this. If you have any type of exercise, if you have questions, concerns about anything about this, that, our Zoom classes, mind, body, health, fitness, nutrition, we have a message link. Click it. We have a YouTube link. Subscribe, click it. Find us because we're there. We are not hiding. We are always out here waiting for you to give us something to give back to you. So feed the need for us to give you what you need. With all that, guys, I cannot thank you enough for doing this challenge with me. It has been a blast. I seriously mean that, and the fact that having the conversation back and forth, I'm sure has brought you guys a little bit of normalcy back into our life. This whole COVID thing is really kind of kicking us down, but this is something that can just take those spirits right back up. Plus, when we come back into the gym, which we will be, you're gonna be ready to go 100. I don't wanna sit here on the sidelines, and I don't think you do either, so let's finish this strong. Let's think about what's next. Keep that nutrition up. Follow us. Miss you guys. Let's get it.
Bring me to mommy, ding ding mommy, make they get lucky.
All right guys, so we're gonna do that half Turkish get up. Again, if you worked out with me this last week on Zoom, you've done this before. Also, if you see our video this week with Coach Ivana, our beautiful wife, we have the half Turkish get up with a really good instructional part. So take that look on that first, but if you don't want to do that at the time, focus and watch what we're doing here. You're gonna take the weight, you put it in your right hand, and lay down on your back. You're gonna put your arm up like you're doing an L sit. The leg that has the weight, you're gonna draw in like we're gonna do a hip up. The opposite hand, you're gonna put it out to the side, supported of nature, to help go up into that L sit and push. So from here, you'll push up through that lower abdomen and that palm, and slide up. Here we wanna make sure we keep this feeling like we have a tray full of ice water, and we don't wanna tip it over ourselves. It should feel kind of weightless like a tree. Bicep is close into that ear. Then you will bring the leg back in and slowly transition down. So let me just show you a couple reps. Nice and smooth, slow, and in, out, up, back to the middle, and out, in, straight up, back to the middle, over there.